We got ourselves Draz gonna be first up versus Monfeld. Just wants to get in there immediately. Doesn't want to give this boy too much of a chance. Big asses to break to follow Draz. Trying to see if he can clash right through him. As an Ivan comes out by the Demon Hunter. Big cut to follow Draz. Just trying to see if he can hold his ground and find the man. Rotating defenses and offensive. Trinkets out of that fellow eruption. Monfeld also just holding his ground. They're just basically PvEing each other. Who has more damage? Monfeld looks like he's kind of losing out on that sustained damage though. Big hits out of Draz. The man is just absolutely pummeling down the Demon Hunter, trying to go for Shatter through immunity. I love the move. Might just be able to execute him. Stormbolt has it out for it somehow. I don't know how he broke out of it against a Feared Zerker Rage. That's what it was, but is able to claim a victory at the end there. Diabolical's up next, and the Demonology Warlock. Is he going to give Draz an opportunity to recover? I don't think he will. Yeah, setting out Demon Dogs immediately did not give him a chance to get second wind. We're not super high into dampening right now, so maybe Draz can still catch up. Does have pets that he could turn around and start hitting. Bloodthirst into pets is huge. If you get that Felgar behind you, behind the pillar with you, and start bloodthirsting off of it, using impending victories, you can start catching up a little bit of healing. Needs to make sure he's line of sighting Diabolicals though at the same time. It's a lot to manage here. Mans does not have a lot of defenses though, but it looks like the pets are going to claim you. That Felguard is actually kind of a threat now, isn't it? They really made it pretty strong. Gonna be Chicago up next. Walking next to Diabolicals, sending out Demon Dogs immediately. Chicago looked like wants to go in and give him a duel, but Diabolical just kind of sent in the demons immediately as soon as he saw him. Axe toss on Chicago, maybe lagging a little bit. Could be in a bit of trouble. Does have himself quite a bit of healing though either way. Looks like somebody's healing you. I'm not really sure what. So they're definitely experiencing a bit of that MS. Maybe in a lot of trouble. Might not be able to do much here. Yeah. That's super unfortunate. Diabolical's at least gotta stop his aggression. He's like, give it Chicago an opportunity. But if Chicago is having DC problems, then oof, yeah, that's unfortunate, man. There's not much you can do. I wouldn't put that against Diabolicals. Because we do have to keep the games going. Nick gonna be up next versus Diabolicals, going in for the big hammer, big wings, big everything. I'm sorry, Chicago. As Nick cannot connect with that ball because that board, that gateway, everything is just giving him lots of mobility. Nick breaking out of that stun. Himself, like human racial was used up. Spell ward into immune any magical damage, but actually the pets do quite a bit of physical right now to Nick, so he's not actually out of the woods just yet. Especially with that Felguard chopping right through him. Diabolical's health is super low. Mortal Coil, I think, could potentially be a bubble. The man actually cannot bubble. Wait for Barracks is up. Man could be in a lot of trouble right now. Does get himself divine protection, blind to all the pets. Doesn't give him survivability. Could still be in a lot of hurt. Do you have a bubble back up? Because you might just die right here. Felguard back here with Demon Doggers. You're just chopping right through you. Man did get himself a Baron's back and he didn't bubble. He just pressed Leon hands. He's looking for that recovery. As Diabolical is going to send more demons, more fiends, more ghouls behind the pillar. Axe toss is a big hammer on Diabolical's head. If you could just keep his range away from Nick and not let him hit him while the hammer's up, he will really limit the damage that hammer can do. Like really, really limited. Look at that hammer. It did like nothing. Oh, it did stuff, but it didn't do nothing in comparison to like how much damage it technically can do. Shadow Fear around the corner. Bats could do it. Stun into Diabolicals. Does himself a bit of a shield. Nick with a bubble. Could potentially turn this around. Big damage to Diabolicals. Got himself a soul burn with a Hellstone to give himself a bit more healing. Does he have mobility? Does he have anything at all? Could be in a lot of trouble. Demon Dog is charging in. Kind of limited. Big hammer hand over his head. Gotta slay the paladin before the hammer takes you. Could just die to the hammer right now. Is it dead to the hammer? No, not yet. Tyrant joined in though. Nick might be in trouble. Tyrant, oh, what are you doing? Oh, finally Tyrant got himself one cast in there. Nick does jump after that box at no health. This man survived that? Oh no, Latha. Had to take the opportunity when he saw it, huh? Had to slay him. Gonna be a big old Tyrant join in. Looks like Lad does not go for an interrupt, although he did have an interrupt. Mad damage to the Beastly. Could be in a lot of trouble. Big old deep breath. Trying to see if he could blast out Beastly. That's gonna be a big disintegrate on him as the man got himself a few extra defenses rolling in. Disintegrate doing quite a lot of work. This needs a lot of healing right now. The Renewal Blaze trying to see if he catch you up, but those pets are absolutely just racking right through you. My goodness, what is going on? Now trying to see if we could go for root on these pets, mobility in order to give himself a bit of healing, looking for the full recovery, and Beastly kind of limited what he could really do. Demon Bolt's getting sent in. Gonna be Demon Doggers for the Disintegrate. Eternity Search could be taking the Beastly down, does get locked out, but it's gonna be an Axos to lock out. Lathwalker with a stun right after, does have a trinket, but still locked. He's got himself a bit of immunity. Having to break out of it, but oh, the Felguard just absolutely slays you. My goodness, that is rough. Catboy Naj gonna be up next. Full bleeds of the Beastly. Just gonna kind of let the bleeds do work, I guess, yeah. Needs to be kind of a little bit careful with the Felguard. That thing does a lot of damage. Look at the damage. Every time the Felguard attacks you, hold on, every few auto attacks, the Felguard just does a lot of damage. But that Felguard with the Obelisk, I mean, that could do work. And Cabo Nudge does end up slaying down BC Lock. With haste, you're going to be second to last over for the team too. The Feral Druid, I feel like should have a pretty much normally an easier matchup against the Shadow Priest, but you are walking into this duel with some cooldowns already burned. That's going to be Incarn that's being used. Does have defenses, but we are quite high in dampening, so I wonder which way this is going to go, because so far the dots as well as the Mindbender are actually putting in quite a bit of pressure on the Feral Druid. Got himself a main with a Haster. Haster no longer with a Trinket. Does have some eruptions with the Cabo Nudge, so you got at least some kind of sustained damage turn into a Trinket by the Feral Druid. Trying to see if he can keep the damage pressure rolling into Cabo, but he's trying to go for a bit of range behind the pillar, but the Devouring Plague is eating right through him right now. Fear on the Cab, but he does go for the bite, going behind the pillar. Got himself the big Heart of the Wild, man. And that Heart of the Wild is going to give you a bit of extra defense, mad healing, like a half mana cost on all your heals, and also a bit more magical damage for Feral Druid, since you're like Boomkin Hybrid. Flash heals up for Haster, as Cabo Nudge trying to go for a bit of re-heal. There's going to be quite a few bleeds rolling into Haster. He can't really deal with his bleeds easily. He can't shed these bleeds, he can only heal right through them. He should get himself a little bit of a shield, a little bit of a Desperate Prayer. Also has himself, if he's ever low, Power Word Life, as well as a Breaker Base. So he has a lot of cooldowns to deal with this. I think he just got to get some doubts on the Cabo Nudge and put the pressure back in on the Feral. Maim off of that stun. Haster could be in a lot of trouble. Got himself a little bit of healing, but those bleeds are just riding right through you. And Cabo Nudge does end up eliminating him just with dots alone. Had to play it super safe, so he's really going in for the hit and run playstyle. Run in, send in the bleeds, make sure they're deep, back up behind the pillar, make sure you healed up. Basically, not ever giving the priest a line of sight. And whenever you do meet him out in the open, you always have him stunned up or slowed, so you can't really catch up right after you. But Cabo Nudge versus Bar may be in a bit of trouble. That is a Paladin. If he's running basic protection over Spell Warden, then he could definitely remove those bleeds. Gonna be a stun to Cabo Nudge. Have some Bark Skin. Is it gonna be enough though? Hold on, get it caught out. Hold on. Maybe that's why Cabo Nudge was playing super defensive. Wall, Bark Skin, Bear Form, everything. Popped out a Bear Form in order to get himself a heal. But did try to do everything you can to reduce that hammer damage. He's still not in the woods just yet. And this one, Mad Hammer's getting thrown in by Bar. Huge output on the Cabo Nudge. May just be dead and over with. Main for a second. Oh, this is why the Feral was playing. I know some of you guys are probably like, why is this Feral just playing super safe? Why is it just not running in there? If that man just ran in headstrong, that's exactly what would have happened. At least he gave himself kind of a fighting chance playing it super slow and steady. My goodness. Paladins, man. This is the nerf version of Paladins too. My goodness. Yeah. Can you guys feel the nerfs? I can't see the nerfs. Believe in the seeing, you know? Seeing is believing. Let's get us another going here, boys.